She wakes up at 3 a.m. every single day while most of America is still dreaming. She kept a secret romance hidden from the world for 5 long years. She flies between 2 states every single weekend just to hold her family together. And now, at 49 years old, she is about to marry one of the most powerful men in cable news. This is the untold story of Ainsley Earhardt and the life she has built behind the cameras. For nearly 5 years, Ainsley Earhardt and Sean Hannity managed to do something almost impossible in the age of social media and constant surveillance. They kept their love affair completely hidden from the public eye while working at the same network and appearing on the same shows. The relationship traces back to 2019, when both of them finalized their divorces within the same year. Hannity ended his 26-year marriage to Jill Rhodes, while Earhardt separated from former Clemson quarterback Will Proctor after allegations of infidelity surfaced in their relationship. Their first public sighting together came at Pete Hegseth's wedding in August 2019 at Trump National Golf Course. Hannity made what one former Fox executive described as a grand entrance when he arrived by helicopter with Earhardt by his side. People noticed, but nobody could confirm what was really going on between them. During the COVID-19 pandemic, something interesting happened that fueled even more speculation. Earhardt began hosting Fox and Friends from a remote studio location, and that studio just happened to be in the basement of Hannity's Long Island mansion. Vanity Fair eventually confirmed in June 2020 that the two had been seeing each other very secretively for years, according to inside sources. But both of them continued to deny everything. When asked about the relationship, Earhardt stated publicly that she was not dating anyone, while also praising Hannity as a wonderful person. Hannity stuck to his trademark silence, telling reporters that he does not discuss his personal life in public. The denials held strong until April 2023, when Daily Mail photographers captured images of them looking cozy together at an outdoor event. At that point, the secret was essentially out, but the couple still refused to make any official confirmation. Then came Christmas Day 2024. At 8 a.m. on Christmas morning, Ainsley thought she was heading to a simple church meeting at their Florida congregation. She had no idea what was actually waiting for her. When she arrived, Sean Hannity got down on one knee right there at the altar and asked her to spend the rest of her life with him. "We were alone," she later shared on Fox and Friends while describing the magical moment to her co-hosts and millions of viewers. President Trump himself congratulated the couple on Truth Social, calling it a match made in heaven. After 5 years of secrecy, the romance was finally out in the open, and America was watching. But here is where their story takes an unexpected turn that few people saw coming. Even after they get married, Ainsley Earhardt and Sean Hannity have made a decision that surprises almost everyone who hears about it. They are going to continue living in separate states. She will stay in Manhattan because her morning show requires her to be at the Fox News studios before dawn 5 days a week. He relocated to Palm Beach, Florida in January 2024 after selling his Long Island estate. The distance between their two homes stretches across the entire East Coast. "It's not conventional," Earhardt told the Daily Mail in July 2025 when explaining their arrangement. "We live on opposite ends of the East Coast, but when you love someone, you make it work." And they do make it work through a carefully coordinated weekly routine that revolves around their children and their faith. Every Friday afternoon, as soon as her daughter Hayden finishes school, Ainsley packs their bags, and they fly from New York down to Florida. They spend the weekend together as a family, attending church on Sunday morning and enjoying brunch afterwards. Then on Sunday evening, they fly back to Manhattan so Hayden can be ready for school Monday morning, and Ainsley can be ready for her 3 a.m. alarm. This arrangement will continue even after the wedding. The couple has confirmed they are planning a small, intimate ceremony, though no date has been publicly announced. They have also confirmed that they will sign a prenuptial agreement, which makes sense given the enormous wealth involved in this union. Speaking of wealth, Let us talk about the real estate empire that Ainsley now has access to through her engagement. Ainsley Earhardt's primary residence is a stunning Upper East Side Manhattan condominium in an exclusive 1920s building that contains only 8 units. The building features 24-hour doorman service and offers sweeping views of the city skyline. She can walk to Central Park in minutes. Property values in her building typically exceed $10 million. The apartment itself has been profiled by the Conservateur magazine, which described it as feeling like an elevated Palm Beach jungle. The decor blends Southern charm with Manhattan sophistication, featuring peach velvet sofas alongside leopard and zebra patterns. She has filled the space with exotic antique pottery, stylish tassels and abstract paintings all set against a neutral palette of beige and pink tones. Her most treasured furniture piece is a bed frame with rice stalk carved posts that she considers an absolute splurge. Throughout the apartment, you will find cross tokens and Bibles nestled into nooks and crannies. She keeps a devotional flip calendar by her sink and always has fresh flowers from NYC street vendors, adding color to every room. But through her engagement to Sean Hannity, she now has access to properties valued at well over $40 million. In the exclusive Sloan's Curve community of Palm Beach, Hannity purchased 2 adjacent townhomes that are currently being merged into one massive oceanfront residence. He bought the first unit for $5.3 million in 2021 and added the second for $14.9 million in January 2025. The combined property will span 11,200 square feet when renovations are complete. The renovation plans approved in October 2025 include a larger entertaining patio with a summer kitchen and a brand new pool. The gated community features 24-hour security and sits less than 3 miles from Mar-a-Lago. This property is expected to become their nest for holidays and quiet family dinners. Then there is the Manalapan Mansion. Hannity purchased this Mediterranean-style estate for $23.5 million in November 2024. Just 1 year later, in December 2025, he listed it for sale at $44.9 million. The property sits on what locals call Billionaire's Row and features 8 bedrooms spread across 12,378 square feet of living space. It has 150 feet of frontage on both the Atlantic Ocean and the Intracoastal Waterway. Inside, you will find a climate-controlled wine room, while outside there is a resort-style pool and a private dock. Before relocating to Florida, Hannity sold his Long Island estate in June 2024 for $12.7 million after purchasing it back in 2008 for $8.5 million. He also previously sold a Naples waterfront condo for $5.7 million. Reports indicate that Hannity's total real estate portfolio includes over 870 properties spread across 7 states through various shell companies. Combined with Ainsley's Manhattan condo, this power couple controls an astonishing amount of American real estate. Ainsley Earhardt was born on September 20, 1976, in Spartanburg, South Carolina, which means she will celebrate her 50th birthday in September 2026. At 5 feet 8 inches tall and approximately 116 pounds, she has maintained the polished appearance that has become her trademark throughout her television career. The secret lies in disciplined fitness and wellness routines that she has developed around her incredibly demanding schedule. Remember, she wakes up at 3 a.m. every single morning. She exercises 3 times per week after Fox and Friends wraps up at 9 a.m. Her workouts rotate between Equinox, Orange Theory, and Barry's boot camp locations around Manhattan. Living so close to Central Park, she also incorporates regular walking into her fitness routine. She has completed a half marathon in Austin, Texas, and has even skydived with the Army's Golden Knights parachute team and flown in an F-16 fighter jet. Her nutrition philosophy is equally disciplined. She typically skips breakfast entirely and only drinks coffee or hot ginger tea during show preparation. Sometimes she will grab trail mix from a vending machine if she gets hungry. Her diet centers on steamed vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower and green beans, along with grilled chicken and organic ground turkey. One of her signature dishes that she makes for Hayden is turkey meatballs, served with zucchini noodles and Parmesan cheese. She actively limits her sugar intake and has shared this advice about breaking the habit. After a few weeks, you stop craving sweets and it becomes much easier. That said, she admits that pizza and pasta remain her comfort food indulgences when she wants to treat herself. Managing sleep with a 3 a.m. alarm clock requires serious strategy. She compensates by going to bed around 9 p.m. every night and taking afternoon naps whenever her schedule allows. Before falling asleep, she watches Fox News in bed with her laptop open while reviewing notes for the next day's show. But her wellness routine extends beyond just physical fitness. Every single morning during her pre-dawn commute to the studio, she reads the Jesus Calling daily devotion and listens to hymns through her earbuds. This spiritual practice centers her mind and heart before she spends 3 hours on live television in front of millions of Americans. Here is something fascinating that emerged during research for this story. Despite extensive investigation, no specific information exists about what personal vehicles Ainsley Earhardt owns or drives. This appears to be deliberately private information, which stands in sharp contrast to the detailed coverage of almost every other aspect of her life. The evidence strongly suggests that she does not drive herself to work. Her daily commute leaves Manhattan around 3:30 a.m., and during this time she reads devotionals and listens to hymns through her earbuds. These are activities that would be completely impossible if she were behind the wheel. She has described the commute as easy that early, in New York, which suggests that a professional car service handles her pre-dawn transportation to the Fox News studios on Avenue of the Americas. The one notable vehicle-related appearance in her career came during a Fox News segment celebrating Ferrari's 60th anniversary in America. For that segment, she test drove a Ferrari on camera. But this was promotional work for the network rather than evidence of personal ownership. The most significant transportation pattern in her life involves weekly air travel rather than automobiles. Every Friday, she and Hayden fly from New York to Palm Beach. Every Sunday afternoon after church, they fly back to Manhattan. This commuting lifestyle represents a substantial ongoing travel commitment that will continue even after she marries Hannity. The deliberate privacy around her vehicles suggests that Ainsley has drawn a clear line about what parts of her daily logistics she wants to share with the public and what parts she wants to keep for herself. Ainsley Earhardt's net worth is estimated between $6 and $8 million, with most sources settling on the $8 million figure. Her primary income comes from an annual Fox News salary of approximately $3 million. Her engagement to Sean Hannity, whose net worth approaches $250 million, creates substantial combined household wealth. However, both have confirmed they will sign a prenuptial agreement keeping their finances legally separate. Let us break down exactly where her money comes from. Her Fox News salary of around $3 million annually comes from her role as co-host of Fox and Friends, which she has held since February 2016. The show is cable news's dominant morning program, drawing between 1.3 and 1.6 million daily viewers. It consistently beats CNN and MSNBC combined in the ratings. In 2025, the show saw a 26% increase in viewership, cementing its position at the top. She also hosts Ainsley's Bible Study on Fox Nation, which has been described as the streaming service's best-performing series for viewer engagement and subscriber acquisition. Book royalties provide another significant income stream. She has written 4 New York Times bestsellers that continue generating ongoing revenue. Take Heart. My Child reached #1 on the New York Times children's list in 2016. Through Your Eyes. My Child's Gift to Me also hit #1 in 2017. The Light Within Me. An inspirational memoir came out in 2018. And I'm So Glad You Were Born reached #1 in 2022. Her 5th book, titled America, I'm So Glad You Were Born, Celebrating the Country We Love, is scheduled for release on June 2, 2026, through Simon & Schuster. Speaking engagements bring in between $25,000 and $50,000 per event. She is listed with multiple speaker bureaus including AAE speakers, premier speakers, and Gotham artists. Her virtual appearances command $25,000 to $30,000, while in-person events bring $30,000 to $50,000. Her speaking topics include faith and family, career development, and women in business. Additional income flows from endorsements, though specific brand partnerships remain undisclosed. She also earns appearance fees and maintains a diversified investment portfolio. Her social media reach extends her influence far beyond television. She has over 531,000 followers on X, formerly known as Twitter, and more than 336,000 followers on Instagram. Beyond the camera-ready image that millions see every morning, Ainsley Earhardt's life revolves around three things: her 10-year-old daughter Hayden, her Christian faith, and an amicable co-parenting arrangement with her ex-husband that many people find surprising, given how their marriage ended. Hayden DeBose Proctor was born on November 6, 2015, and lives with her mother in their Manhattan apartment. Ainsley describes her daughter as a mini-me who is extremely smart and loves to read. Hayden takes ballet lessons, loves animals, and enjoys making outfits for baby dolls. Their nightly ritual has become sacred. Every evening, Ainsley reads 2 regular books and 1 Jesus book to her daughter, followed by prayers together. They listen to Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love, which has been a tradition since Hayden was an infant, when Ainsley would dance with her newborn around the room. Despite a painful divorce that involved public allegations of infidelity, Ainsley maintains a genuinely amicable relationship with her ex-husband, Will Proctor. He denied the allegations and now works as managing director at Neuberger Berman in New York City. "We're focusing on moving ahead and raising our daughter," Ainsley has said about their co-parenting arrangement. "We honestly wish each other nothing but the best, and we will remain friends for the rest of our lives." The fact that both parents live in New York City makes custody sharing seamless and convenient for Hayden. When Ainsley became engaged to Hannett, she personally informed Proctor ahead of the public announcement. According to sources, everyone is supportive of each other. Faith serves as the absolute foundation of Ainsley's entire life. She was raised attending church every Sunday in South Carolina, but did not develop what she calls a personal relationship with Christ until a pivotal moment during college. A mountain retreat convinced her about her party lifestyle and changed everything. Today, she hosts a bi-weekly Bible study at her Manhattan apartment with a close group of women. They are currently working through Beth Moore's Breaking Free study guide. She sees New York City as her mission field and has conducted what she calls prayer walks around city schools. Her faith also helped her through one of the most painful experiences of her life. Before Hayden was born, she suffered a miscarriage. "I understood why I had that miscarriage," she has shared. "I'll meet her in heaven." Charitable giving flows naturally from her faith convictions. She donates book proceeds to Folds of Honor, which provides scholarships to families of fallen and disabled military members. In 2017, she presented a $50,000 check on air to the organization. Following her father's teaching, she tithes 10% of her salary to her church. She also supports St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, the USO, literacy programs, and disaster relief efforts. Her daily rhythm accommodates the competing demands of career and motherhood. The 3 a.m. to 9 p.m. schedule leaves afternoons entirely free for Hayden, which is one reason she calls Fox and Friends her dream job. Weekends center on Florida, with the family flying south on Friday and returning Sunday evening after church. She keeps 2 small dogs named Stash and Little Stash who complete the family picture. Ainsley Earhardt's 18-year tenure at Fox News has transformed her from an unknown correspondent into one of the most recognizable faces in American morning television. Her career began before she even graduated college. She was hired by WLTX-TV in Columbia, South Carolina in 1999, and immediately began taking voice lessons to reduce her Southern accent for what she called marketability purposes. After working at Ken's TV in San Antonio, she joined Fox News in 2007 and has admitted that at the time she did not know the first thing about politics. She rose through the ranks doing Ainsley Across America segments on Hannity's show and working weekends on Fox and Friends Weekend. In February 2016, she received the promotion that changed everything when she was named permanent co-host of the flagship morning show, replacing Elizabeth Hasselbeck. The timing was remarkable. She received the promotion while on maternity leave after Hayden's birth, proving that motherhood would not slow down her career trajectory. Today, she anchors alongside Steve Doocy and Brian Kilmeade and Lawrence Jones on America's most watched cable morning show. Fox and Friends has dominated the ratings for more than 20 consecutive years, and 2025 brought a 26% increase in total viewers. The show now approaches the audience numbers of CBS Mornings at 1.9 million viewers and leads in 24 major markets, including New York and Los Angeles and Chicago. Recent professional milestones have recognized her contributions to media and her home state. In May 2024, the University of South Carolina awarded her an honorary doctorate of humane letters. In April 2024, she was inducted into the South Carolina Entertainment and Music Hall of Fame. In December 2024, she made her first public appearance with Hannity at the Patriot Awards just before their engagement announcement. Her Fox Nation streaming series Ainsley's Bible Study has run for 6 seasons, totaling 23 episodes, and remains the platform's best performer for viewer engagement. Throughout her career, she has covered major events, including the Deepwater Horizon oil spill and the Fort Hood massacre, Pope Francis's visit to New York City, and Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. She has conducted multiple presidential interviews, establishing herself as a serious journalist despite her warm and accessible on-air personality. Looking ahead, there is no indication of any contract changes, and the morning show's sustained dominance suggests she will remain a Fox News cornerstone for years to come. Her engagement to the network's longest-serving host creates cable news's most prominent power couple. Together, they will continue working at opposite ends of the East Coast while building a Florida home base for their blended family. From secret romance to stunning engagement, and from Manhattan penthouses to Florida mansions worth tens of millions of dollars, Ainsley Earhardt has built a life that balances fame and faith and family in ways that few people ever see. What surprised you most about Ainsley Earhardt's lifestyle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.